Can you imagine what your house or your office or your body would be like if you never cleaned it? Can you picture your mailbox or icebox if you never emptied it? Well, your mind is no different. It too needs to be emptied and cleaned out regularly. Every day you accumulate all kinds of unwholesome thoughts and impressions. They pile up there in your head, and unless you make a habit of eliminating them, these poisons can contaminate your mind and make it sick. A simple cure is to give your mind a good shampoo every day. Now, how do you give yourself a mental shampoo? You can learn how, but you've got to practice daily. Each day, empty out of your mind, one by one, all the bad thoughts, the mean ones, the jealous ones, and the weak ones. Then, let all your good thoughts take over. This makes me think of an old tailor I once knew. This little fella used to lecture me on how to treat a suit of clothes. When you go to bed at night, he'd say, take everything out of the pockets. Never hang up a suit with things in pockets because they pull on the cloth and make the suit look old before its time. Then he'd say another much more important thing. You not only should empty the pockets of your suit, but also the pockets of your mind. By the time you're ready to turn in at night, you're chock full of all sorts of thoughts and feelings about all the things you've seen, heard, and done since the day began. You turn out the light and try to sleep. And what happens? You worry instead. You lie there in the dark and all the day's problems go parading around in your mind, getting bigger and bigger. Next morning you wake up haggard, and the first thing you start thinking about is the last thing you were thinking about when you fell asleep. And so the vicious cycle goes on, unless you learn to put a stop to it. If there are some unpleasant thoughts on your mind, try to do away with them before the day ends. Otherwise, come bedtime, they'll start rattling around in your head and cheat you out of a good night's sleep. That's the time when all your bad thoughts really go to work on you. First come the guilts. I really shouldn't have done that. It was a wicked thing to do. Resolve to take some kind of step toward being forgiven and get rid of those guilts. If you can't bring yourself to talk to somebody about that bothersome thought, then have a good talk with yourself and try to put the matter to rest. Once your mind is at rest, your body will have a chance to rest. So each night, empty the pockets of your mind. Keep your mind clean and uncluttered. Make room for all the healthy and positive thought that will keep you well and happy.